So, how about 5 blockbuster trade ideas for the 2023 MLB trade deadline? Let's get into it. Week by week, we're getting a little bit closer to the MLB trade deadline. The draft is coming up too, so a lot of things are going to be moving around in baseball world. But I want to talk about 5 fun blockbuster trade ideas. These are non-Yankee related. I'm going to do a Yankee one as well, so which will be the next video. And I think you'll find this fun. So, and again, give me your feedback. What do you think of the trades? Whether you agree with them, you like them, not, doesn't matter. Just put your feedback in the comments. They're all important. So I don't expect you to believe everything or agree with everything I put forth anyway, which makes the channel better because when I get your ideas as well, it definitely enlightens me to think in other different ways. Okay, look at the lens through other people's eyes and thoughts too. So I appreciate your feedback one way or another. But let's get into this. 5 trades. Okay, the first one is between the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago Cubs. Okay, and by the way, these trades are also in line with what teams need. And I also consider how aggressive they are with trades at the deadline, spending habits, payroll, and blah blah blah. And again, I researched team needs, the biggest needs for the teams. So I kind of built the trades around that as well. So with this trade, the Baltimore Orioles, who are probably be a formidable contender in the AL East and in the AL altogether in the next couple of years, they would acquire starting pitcher Marcus Stroman and left fielder Cody Bellinger, from the Chicago Cubs for Jordan Westburg, who's their number 3 prospect, an infielder who's in AAA. Connor Norby, who's a number 7 prospect, an infielder, outfielder, also in AAA. So a lot of these guys are major league. And then Cade Povich, number 11 prospect in AA ball, is a left-handed pitcher. And Seth Johnson, who's a number 14 prospect, a right-handed pitcher, also in AAA. So you have 3 guys that are major league, close to being major league ready. 1 guy in AA, but 4 prospects, all in the top 15, 2 of which are in the top 10 to go to the Chicago Cubs, who are not playing as well as we thought they would, even with the additions that they've made, in return for a major league starting pitcher that they can use to compete in the AL East, and another bat from the left-handed side that they could also use to compete in the AL East. So Marcus Stroman and Cody Bellinger would be paired here in this trade idea to the Baltimore Orioles. That would be a pretty big move for the Orioles. That's trade 1. Trade 2, Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. Texas needs pitching. Okay, in this case, they're getting 2 relievers. So in this situation, the Texas Rangers would acquire Aroldis Chapman, lefty reliever, and Scott Barlow, the closer from the Kansas City Royals. Barlow's a free agent in 2025, so you get an extra year for him. In return for Kumar Rocker, who's down this year for Tommy John surgery, number 9 prospect, right-handed pitcher. His ETA is 2025 as well. You also get Dustin Harris, their number 7 prospect, an outfielder who's in AA ball, and Brock Porter, who's a number 5 prospect, the right-handed pitcher, who's in A ball. So then you get number 5, number 7, and Kumar Rocker is a highly touted prospect who happens to be number 9 right now. And in exchange for 2 major league relievers right now. Kansas City looks like they might be going into a little bit of a retooling / rebuild. So the Texas needs major league guys right now. In this case, they get 2 big relievers in their quest to win the AL West, which they're leading right now. They are ahead of the Houston Astros. Trade 3 was between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Detroit Tigers. Here, again, Arizona also needs pitching. So in this one, they would acquire left-handed starter Eduardo Rodriguez, coming off injury, and Jason Foley, who's bullpen, highly touted reliever there, who's not afraid until 2028. So a reliever with several controllable years. And Eduardo Rodriguez, who has an opt-out, which he might exercise, but they can negotiate something there as well. So you get those 2 pitchers, and again, Arizona's probably going for it. They're ahead of the Dodgers right now in the AL West, in the NL West. So, and they're a pretty formidable team who just needs pitching. So you get a left-handed starter and a highly touted reliever with years of control. In exchange for Dominic Fletcher, who's an outfielder for the Tigers, controllable years. He would be going back to the Tigers. He's a controllable outfielder. He's not a finish until 2029. They also get Blaze Alexander, who's an infielder, second base / shortstop, who's not a free agent until 2028. And Yu-Min Lin, who's their number 10 prospect, a left-handed pitcher, who's an A-ball right now. So you get 2 major league players right now, young with a lot of controllable years, which kind of fits right into what the Detroit Tigers need. Okay, young controllable guys, especially since they might move on from Javi Baez. So, and then a highly touted left-handed pitching prospect as well. In exchange for starting pitcher Eduardo Rodriguez and Jason Foley. So Diamondbacks will get their pitching. The Tigers will get young controllable players. So Good trade for both teams. Trade 4 is between the New York Mets and the Chicago White Sox. The Mets also need pitching, particularly in the bullpen. Okay, so in this trade, they would get Joe Kelly, playoff tested reliever, and Aaron Bummer, lefty reliever with 4 years of control. 2 veteran relievers to add to that bullpen stable who have been injured and inconsistent from the Chicago White Sox. Okay, in exchange, they would send Blade Tidwell, number 5 prospect, the right-handed pitcher, who's an A-ball. Mike Vazel, number 8 prospect, right-handed pitcher in AAA, and Jesus Baez, who's the number 10 prospect, the third baseman, who's in rookie ball right now. So you get some guys, and again, remember the Detroit bullpen, they're top 5 in the MLB right now with a 2.35 ERA. So the Mets would be getting good relievers, okay, in exchange for number 5 prospect, the number 8 prospect, and number 10 prospect. So Joe Kelly's got 1 more season as well. These are older veterans, but they could be very reliable pieces for the Mets, and I don't see the Mets parting with their number 1 and number 2 prospects. So this, to me, seems to be a fair trade. They might add a 4th prospect, but we'll see what happens. And lastly, Cleveland Indians and the Cincinnati Reds, Midwest exchange. The Cleveland Indians would acquire second baseman. This would be a shocker. This would be a real blockbuster for Jonathan India, who's not free until 2027. Okay, in exchange for right-handed pitcher Shane Bieber, who's a free agent in 2025, and Jake Fox. Okay. An infield outfield prospect, the number 8 prospect, who's an A-ball right now. So you get your starter and Shane Bieber, a starter, in exchange for second baseman. Now they can modify this trade if the Reds want more. Maybe consider adding Ahmed Rosario, who hasn't been the same as it was Andres Jimenez. He got a huge extension, so Ahmed Rosario hasn't been extended yet. But you could add Rosario instead of this kid Jake Fox, and you add him with Shane Bieber, who's got 1.5 years of control for Jonathan India. He's got 4 years of control. So this, to me, profiles as a blockbuster trade. Again, you might have to add pieces on both sides to it, but they're fascinating trades. And, Cincinnati, with that young kind of dynamic offense, they need some more pitching. And Cleveland needs a reliable infield bat. And I think you put India there with Andres Jimenez, that's a hell of an infield. And you have Jose Ramirez in there. Oh, baby, that's a tough one. But anyway, let me know what you think. Those are the 5 blockbuster trades I think would be are doable and fun to think about for leading up to the trade deadline. And I'm going to be doing my Yankees ones next, so that's coming this week. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next time.